Guys, yes, it's happening. NIO is going to be selling its NX9031 chip to somebody else. But more on that in a moment. First, let's hear the CEO reiterate profitability.
Over the past year, we've evolved into a company that's much more budget conscious in our operations. What we need to learn now is how to make every penny count, ensuring all our spending delivers real results. We weren't focused enough on this before, but now we're firmly committed to making this happen. Let me give a small example of something that actually happened. Yesterday I came to rehearsal, originally planned for evening, but changed to afternoon. Why? Because coming to rehearsal would require overtime at both locations, costing an extra 30,000 yuan, which is still money. So we ended up consolidating to one location, catching an earlier flight to arrive sooner. This way, only one venue needed overtime, costing me 30,000 instead of the usual 60,000. The future we once knew is unimaginable now. Regarding direction, I believe we must firmly continue investing in core underlying technology and comprehensive capabilities across all 12 domains of smart electric vehicles. I think this general direction has been correct, whether looking back 3, 5, or 10 years. Our future path is right. For upgradable and replaceable infrastructure to improve the home appliance experience for our future Leapmotor and Zeekr users, I believe this direction is correct. Over these past years, we clearly have many areas to improve in execution efficiency, operational efficiency, and how we prioritize various work tasks. Simply put, I think our overall direction has never been something we've doubted, but our execution, the action part, has many areas that need improvement. From the second half of last year through this past year, we've been restructuring the company's systems and transforming our entire organization toward full staff management. Over the past year, we've evolved into an organization that's increasingly precise with budgeting and operations. What we need to learn now is ensuring every penny is spent effectively and produces results. Previously, we weren't rigorous enough in this area, but now we're firmly committed to internal accountability. These changes will gradually show results. Let me share a small example. Recently, I visited our engineering partners and their team mentioned that engineers nowadays calculate too precisely. Hearing that actually made me quite happy.
So let me provide some more information about this massive chip deal. So recently, NIO's chip subsidiary has made further progress. On November 14th, Anhui Shinji Technology Co. Limited, a subsidiary of NIO, which is their chip company, together with iChip Semiconductor Chongqing Co. Limited and OmniVision Integrated Circuits Group Co. Limited, jointly established a joint venture called Chongqing Chuangyuan Zhihang Technology Co. Limited, with a registered capital of 100 million yuan. iChip Semiconductors is the largest shareholder, holding 36.4% of the shares. iChip Semiconductor, which is the buyer, was founded by Qiu Xiaoxing in 2019, initially focusing on AI vision chips. After acquiring Zhejiang Huatu Microchip, a subsidiary of Dahua Technology in 2023, it entered the automotive chip market. In early April this year, iChip Semiconductor announced the completion of a Series C financing round of over 1 billion yuan. Currently, they have mass-produced the M55 and M76 series chips for basic driver assistance systems, with computing power mainly comparable to Horizon Robotics' Journey 2 and Journey 3 chips. High-end chips for urban NOA, noise automation and autopilot, are still under development, and it appears that by forming all these joint ventures, they will be buying the chips from NIO themselves. So NIO will earn income from one of its most expensive products. We exclusively learned that the high-level intelligent driving chip Shinji NX9031 from NIO began to supply technology to provide technical authorization to an automotive chip company. Some people in the chip industry told us that different authorization methods correspond to different contract values. If it is a single IP authorization, the cooperation cost is usually at the level of millions of dollars. If it's a system level SoC technology authorization, the order value may reach the 100 million yuan level. So a couple 100 million yuan here or there definitely will help their profitability picture going forward. Now, the evidence for this to happen is already there. It's the fact that they formed those joint ventures together. Okay, so that sort of proves that this is going to happen. And the things that we don't really know for sure is how much money is being transferred, or what kind of how much we're talking about in terms of monetary gain for NIO. But we do know for a fact that NIO's chip division is actually considered by itself a mid-sized chip company in terms of the maturity of the company itself and the capabilities. And just from that aspect, having that being spun off, and it's already spun off as it appears, then that will offer tremendous business opportunities for them going forward. And this is very imperative that they succeed with this first deal that they have over here, the first technology supply of NIO Smart Driving chip. They have to make sure this is very successful, and then gradually, as they become more successful, I think more people in the industry will be open to using and adopting NIO's chips in their own driving smart system. And the fact that they spun it off means it's not really NIO, right? It's owned by NIO. It's mostly owned by NIO, but it's it's in its own company. So people don't have to say, hey, we have, buy our car, our autonomous driving is powered by NIO. Like some car companies might not want to do that. So instead, they can say it's powered by Shinji, which is owned by NIO. So this is a very smart move that they're doing. Now, of course, with everything geopolitical going on here in China, and the fact that NVIDIA is banned, their data center AI chips are completely banned. A lot of their consumer chips are also banned here in China. Gradually, eventually, perhaps their autonomous driving chips could also face potential being banned. And if that's the case, then of course NIO is well protected against this. The only products that right now that actually uses NVIDIA chips are the Envo cars. All right, the Envo cars still use NVIDIA chips. So in that aspect, that might take a hit, but everything else, NIO's well protected against that happening. And also, of course, Shinji, NIO's NX9031 is perfect alternative to the Thor U chip. And so a lot of people that can't access the Thor U chip in the future down the line when this eventually happens, which I think it will eventually happen, then, well, they got their alternative ready to go. So that is, of course, with NIO. So hopefully down the line, more and more people will buy NIO's chips. So it does seem that the first chip deal is happening, and it's already confirmed, basically. It doesn't seem like to be a whole lot of money, 100 million yuan level. Maybe like over time you might see a couple $100 million US here or there. But this is still a big achievement, all right? You start from scratch. You start small. You're not going to get like billions and billions right off the gate. So over time, all right, this is the first baby step to massive success going into the future. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.